Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's it going? It's, let's see, Tuesday, 16th of February, and I decided to come outside for all of you that are buried in the snow. Not to brag or to, nothing like that. More to say, the sun will shine again. I actually feel kind of embarrassed even saying this, but yeah, I'm a little chilly at the moment. The wind is blowing, but it is sunny and the sky is blue. So for all of you that are buried in the snow, I know I have a friend who was going through New Mexico and it was like 9 degrees with snow everywhere. My sister and my mom are in Texas and they have snow, which is there. I guess there's not been a time recorded that has been this cold in Texas. So I know that I have people in Pennsylvania and South Dakota telling me about the snow. My sister Brenda's in Wyoming and it's definitely snowing there. Oh, Margaret, you're so nice. I curled my hair today. I never do that. But once in a while on a Tuesday, I think I'm gonna dress up. Now, I didn't really dress up. I have my workout pants on, but I did curl my hair. So thank you, Margaret, for noticing. It makes me feel like I dressed up today. Anyway, all these people, 3 to 4 feet of snow, negative 10 degrees in Iowa. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's probably about 50 right now in California where I am. And the sun is warm on my face. So I just want to tell all of you, wherever you are, the sun will shine again, and just huddle up by your fire and think happy thoughts about the snow. I'm sure it's really hard to think happy thoughts about the snow right now, but interesting that we're going to be talking about mindset today. And I thought, what better way, especially when you guys are trapped in the snow, and most of you might think it'd be really easy for me to have a good mindset when the sky is blue and it's 50 degrees in February, but we're going to talk about it. I'm wondering how your weekend was. Let's see. It was Valentine's Day. That's right. I'm trying to remember. I hope it's not too sunny right here for you guys. I'm trying to get you guys so you can see that, but it's a little bit, I hope it's not too bright. Valentine's Day. I wonder how your Valentine's Day was. I'm not a crazy Valentine's Day, I'm not crazy Valentine's Day person. My husband and I, we have our dating anniversary at the very end of January. And so, Valentine's Day is 2 weeks later. And so we don't tend to do much on Valentine's Day, except for maybe a card or something. We don't give each other gifts or anything on Valentine's Day. I don't get jewelry or flowers or chocolate on Valentine's Day. Most of the time it's just a little handmade Valentine's Day card that says, I love you. And really it's just because I do that for my kids. And so, but Valentine's Day is still super fun. And this year we did something totally different than we normally do. And that is that we had, before I say this, I'm going to tell you about my Valentine's Day 25 years ago. Was the very first Valentine's Day that Josh and I were dating, and we'd only been dating for, like I said, 2 weeks. And so it's kind of ooh, what do you do for Valentine's Day? Super awkward, right? And so it was Valentine's Day. I think I gave him a card. I'm not actually really sure, but I do know, I don't even know if I did. I think I was I don't really know what to do. And I do know what he did for me though. And I was crazy about monkeys. I really, really love monkeys. And so when I was in college, I had just monkey stuffed animals, and it sounds so weird, but I really like monkeys. And so I really like bananas. I would have a banana every single day, and he thought that was really funny. And so for Valentine's Day, I came back to my dorm room, and on my little desk was sitting a perfect bunch of bananas, like the perfect, not green, but not no brown, like the perfect kind of just perfect bunch of bananas. And this little postcard with this monkey on it. And that was my first Valentine's gift from my husband 25 years ago. So we have celebrated 25 Valentine's Days, kind of, because we don't really do much on Valentine's Day, but it was kind of, that's a big number. And so we were having fun. And we decided, we had a really fun day because we turned it into a family fun day. We started this year. Okay, so last year we wanted to do like no tech days. And so one day a month for the whole year of 2020, we kind of banned technology. And all the phones weren't used. We didn't watch TV. No screens, basically, is what we said. The problem with that was that it just was not off. When you have teenagers and technology is a very important part of their lives, and you say no technology, all of a sudden the day is very negative. And we realized this. We stuck with it for the whole year because we really wanted to. And then we decided to change the dialogue, to change the mindset. Instead, we made it a family fun day. And it doesn't mean we can't have technology, but because we're hanging out together, there's less than normal. And so it was super fun. And every family fun day, a different member of the family gets to plan it. And so in January, Toby got to plan it. And February was my husband, Josh. And so he planned it. And it was super fun. We had a great time. But I will say that it feels like every time we have a family fun day, it involves walking the dogs somewhere, because Mo should be part of the family fun too. And I don't know about you if you have teenagers, but teenagers, at least my teenagers, they don't like taking walks with their parents. So there's always a little bit of griping and complaining. And no matter how flat the walk is, it feels like it's too steep. You know what I mean? Like, there's always a problem, right? Well, I think sometimes it can be really easy to fall into this rut of complaining and grumbling. And that is what our chapter today is all about. You'd think that I had planned this with our Valentines, but God is good. So we're going to read this. It's chapter 23 in a Prairie Devotional, and it's from season 6, episode 15, Whatever Happened to the Class of 56. And that's 1856, not 1956. This is when Charles and Carolyn travel back to their hometown to go to a class reunion. And it's interesting, all of the people at the class reunion, most of them are very successful. But most of them are not very content either. They're not satisfied with the lives that they have. So this is about contentment and a mindset of contentment. And the quote is from Charles Ingalls, and he says, "I'm a farmer and I love it, and I'm a father and I love it, and best of all, I'm married to Carolyn Ingalls and I love her." Contentment is being thankful for our lives and what we have. It's easier said than done. Contentment doesn't come naturally. When Charles and Carolyn attend a class reunion, they see their old friends as successful but discontent. Reflecting on his simple life, Charles is struck by how satisfied he is. Contentment does not depend on circumstances, but on our mindset. Charles Ingalls reminds me of my stepdad. He was a simple man who worked hard and loved his 4 girls as well as his wife. A mailman for more than 30 years, my dad sorted letters like seeds, drove his mail truck as if it were a plow, and delivered packages as big as sacks of grain. While rain didn't wipe out his annual salary, it made quite the soggy mess. Being content with a blue-collar job took more than just a good attitude. I think my stepdad's faith played a role. I saw him every dark morning at the kitchen table reading his Bible. He had a deep love for God. The secret to contentment is to be grounded in Christ. When our hearts and minds are focused on Him, we can't help but be grateful for the lives we've been given. Charles didn't look at his life and see what he was lacking. He saw everything as a beautiful gift from God. Gratitude recognizes how much we have compared to what we deserve. We deserve nothing, but have been given everything we need to pursue a life of contentment. And the verse is from 1 Timothy 6 and 7, and it says, "Godliness with contentment is great gain, for we brought nothing into the world, and we can take nothing out of it." So that is the mindset. And you know, it's super interesting because on Sunday, I was watching church in my living room with my family, and it was about a story that I have heard before, but not something that I've really concentrated on. And the pastor of our church really brought out this truth that I didn't think of, and it totally goes with this. So bear with me for a second. We as a church are reading through the whole Bible, and so every Sunday the message just goes with one of the stories that we're reading about. And we're in the book of Numbers right now, and he was talking about Caleb. Now, I don't know if you know anything about the book of Numbers or about Caleb, but let me give you like a 3-second, maybe longer, just overview. Okay, so the people of Israel leave Egypt, and they're traveling through the wilderness, and they're on their way to the promised land. Okay, so they get to the edge of the promised land, and one leader from each of the tribes, there's 12 tribes, so 12 spies go out to spy out this land that's been promised to them. Okay, they want to know, what is it like? Does it have, good soil? Is there good fruit? Are there people inhabiting it? Are they strong? Are their fortresses strong? Are their cities walled? Are whatever. So they go and they look, and they see that the land is awesome. They see that it is flowing with milk and honey, grape clusters, all that. They also notice that there are people there, and there are walled cities, and there are a line of people from Anak, I believe, that are very large. They're actually the same line that Goliath is from. If you remember the story, David and Goliath, he's like 9 feet tall. Okay, so yes, exactly. So they come back. It's 40 days, I think. They're scoping out the land for 40 days. They go back and they give their report, and there's 10 spies that the only thing they see is the giants, the walled cities, and they're like, we cannot do this. There's no way, okay? You've got Caleb and Joshua, who are the ones that think differently. And Caleb, in chapter 13, actually speaks up about this, and he says, like, we're good. Let's go take the land. And I'm thinking, my pastor was like, what was the difference between these two? The 10 versus the 2. And it was so interesting to think that the 10 focused on all the things that could go wrong, all the what ifs, all the fear, all of the insufficiencies, the I'm not good enough, we're not strong enough. Does that make sense? And then Caleb's like, he saw the promise. He saw the fruit. You know that I do a live at 9 o'clock on Tuesdays? So it just made me think. It totally goes with this chapter. It's a mindset. What are you going to focus on? Are you going to focus on every bad thing that could happen, every inch of snow that is not melting? Or are you going to focus on the good? So every day we have the chance to focus on one or the other. And we all have trials and problems. But if you want joy and peace, the best thing to do is to focus on the good and to be content, even when it's hard, even when it's tough. So there's my encouragement for today. And I hope you are having a wonderful Tuesday. Soak in the sun. Can you feel it? It's so warm. Enjoy. The sun will shine again. And I hope to see you next week. All right. Bye.